Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Hope you're having a good time. Again, I would love to repeat at the beginning of the video rather than just at the end. Please subscribe if you want to support this channel. I am posting every day. So this means that all my time is dedicated to the channel, and a lot of you that are viewing the videos are not subscribed yet. So please consider subscribing to help me out to keep the channel going. So today's topic is something really kind of interesting because I'm on this I'm on this diet at the moment, but the diet is not relevant to the cause of the video actually, but I'm just going to mention the diet because the food that I've been eating has an olfactory repercussion on me. So basically, and I don't know if it's really a diet, but it's just something that I'm really craving a lot. So I'm eating a lot of tuna with mayonnaise and onions, and I'm just loving it. Not tuna in oil, it's like tuna in its own, juices and water. And then mayonnaise, oh yeah, and a little bit of corn, just a little bit of corn on top of that. So that's what I eat, and I'm loving it so much. But that onion, the particularity of the onion mixed with the tuna is a smell that kind of, fills you up because you're eating it, right? So I've noticed, and this is a really interesting thing, and it's related to Sycomore. Les Exclusifs Sycomore by Chanel. Only eau de toilette, never eau de parfum. Why? Only eau de toilette, not eau de parfum. In the description box down below, I will post a link to my video where I explain the differences. However, and also I will post in the description box down below the link to the video of Sycomore that I've done a long time ago, many moons ago. And this is kind of an addendum to the review of Sycomore. And in particular, it's an interesting note that I have tickled out of this beauty thanks to the onion and tuna. Isn't that something? Isn't that interesting? Interesting. Yes. Why? Because all the ingredients listed on all the websites where you could find the review of this fragrance, none of them really talk about something that I've tickled out thanks to the onion, which is pine cone. I sprayed this some time ago, but actually, I ate tuna today with onions. Actually, I ate it 2 hours ago, so I don't really have that onion anymore, but I have the memory of how it was. Okay, let me tell you one thing. It's still there. So, I love Sycomore for so many reasons. Sycomore already existed in the 40s. Chanel, but it was a totally different fragrance. Chanel did have Sycomore back then. Jacques Paul, used the name of Sycomore in the 2000s to recreate a Les Exclusifs fragrance, but did not use the notes. And Sycomore has a lot of vetiver in it. It's a very wet, kind of woody, tabacky, vetiver, soily, earthy concoction. It's a very tricky one, and it's not pleasant to many, and it can go acidy and pissy on some skins. Also on mine it has that tendency from time to time, but I love it with this one. This one is a wild cat, and I also love Sycomore thanks to Twin Peaks, because I was raised watching Twin Peaks, and underneath the sycamore trees is the song that ends Twin Peaks, and it is just one of the most beautiful songs and the most scary and deep and full of hope, but also full of resignation. I don't know, it's such a weird song, and it just makes you dream, and it makes you have nightmares, but it also makes you take your nightmares and take them for what they are and not run away from them, but confront them rather. I mean, it's gorgeous. And so whenever I smell Sycomore, I hear that song, and whenever I hear that song, I have the memory of how Sycomore smells in my nose, and I'm just like, oh, in heaven. But you see, in the biblical world, and now this is nothing religious now, my freaking chair is just like, basically what happens is I have this chair, I keep falling down. Okay, I'll make a video on the chair maybe sometime soon too. Anyway, so it is said that Judas was hung on a sycamore tree, and sycamore trees have this reputation of death surrounding them, and spirits and the other world, and revenge, and passion that ends with brutality. So I find it very fascinating that Sycomore from Chanel has a smell of all what is underneath that tree. Actually, it's called sycamore, the tree, but it should be called the roots of sycamore. It should be called underneath. Oh my God, underneath the sycamore tree. Fuck, I never thought about, because the song is underneath the sycamore trees, right? But I always thought underneath the sycamore trees was underneath the crop. So on the ground, like between the trunk of the tree and the crop. So you're like underneath the tree. But actually, underneath the sycamore, I'm so fucking stupid. Now I get it. Underneath the sycamore tree is actually referring more to the roots underneath the ground. Duh. Dacob. Blondie here. How are you, sweetie? Cheers, sweetie. Cheers to you too. Okay, well, there you go. Now, you see, I love talking to you guys in these videos because, like, it's just like, what I do is it's like a live brainstorming. You know, I don't pre-prepare these videos in advance, and if something hits me, it hits me. That's how it looks like when Dacob gets an illumination and goes like, what the fuck was I thinking the past 10 years? Didn't get it. I was always thinking the soil, but no. Underneath the sycamore, oh my God, this should be really called underneath the sycamore trees. Underneath the soil, the roots, that's what this smells like. Of course, in the best of ways, it doesn't smell like death at all. But it's dark, and it takes you to very, very dark places. But only Eau de Toilette does this, because Jacques Paul, who created this fragrance, really knew how to balance out every single ingredient and nuance so that more time passes, and the more this one, you know, from the opening, which is like a diamond in the rough, the dry down turns into a fine-tuned, fine-cut diamond. No more rough. It becomes perfect. And everything becomes clear to you. So this is the addendum to my Sycomore review. I hope you've liked this one. And gorgeous. And the pine cone touch, thanks to the onion, that triggers that smell in this fragrance to me. Because, you know, when you eat the onion, it's already, olfactory speaking, it's already on your tongue. You've swallowed it. You have that reminiscent smell still left in your mouth. And that added to inhaling the perfume, you know, evaporating from your skin, it all mixes up inside of your palate, and then it tickles out that pine cone. And that pine cone, again, is so Twin Peaks, because Twin Peaks is all about trees and nature, and the mysteries that those, you know, thousands and thousands of years old trees hold within themselves. I have unveiled another mystery. There's pine cone in here. Who knows, like, give me more years, more time, and I'm going to tickle out more and more and more. Because this one, it's like digging deeper and deeper and deeper into that soil. And the deeper you dig, and the more history you find, and the more secrets you unleash and uncover. So, Sycomore, I'm chained to it till death do us part. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. No matter what tree you're hanging from, don't ever give up on love. Love you. See you soon. Take care. Bye.